What's happening, people? Back with another video, little catch up. It's been a while, just over a week since the last update on the account. I'm just going to run you through what happened. Obviously, we had the reveal not too long ago. I did record them, but the footage was awful and not really worth uploading. I think I only got 4. If I go to reveal here, you can probably see who I got. There we go. Yeah, we got 4 out of 47, so we were probably just under the 10%, even being a carry Tyra, Javi Labrelis and Monkev Zerki. So no one particularly amazing. Not worth selling them, not worth playing them. Just they're just sitting in the gallery. And then these are the rest we revealed. I was hoping maybe some of the bigger players, Moosh, Matsar or Schmeichel, if they were special, potentially could have put them up in price a bit. I would have sold them and rebought an original one because I wasn't going to play the game week anyway, and turns out I didn't. Just in terms of the most recent lineups, we got nothing this week. That was pretty much the only 5 players that I could submit, and that's who we ended up with. The game week just gone, we had a little bit of success. Promoted in the Prem, we actually hit the streak of 360 points, which is why you can see there's now £7.80 in the account. Got a bit lucky, was at 357, and then there was a recount or someone's score got adjusted. We got boosted up to the 364, so we did hit our first streak in the Premier League, which is nice. We've now hit, I think, the Premier League once. We've hit Challenger. We hit 2 streaks on that. So overall, what was that, about 15 quid from Challenger, £7.80 from this one, so about 25 quid just out of the streaks alone. Amazing addition to Sorare this year. It really gives you something to, because realistically, if I'm looking at the players I've got, I'm never going to be challenging for the top of the leaderboards. I'm never going to be getting first, second, or third. I'm not going to get podiums. The best I could hope for is maybe a top 100, get 1,000 essence and do some crafting. So the fact that we can submit a team, quite frankly, as bad as what we have with Garnicky, I don't think these are really worth too much. Pickford's probably the most expensive, and that's because he's a goalkeeper that plays every week. So the fact that we can submit this and still get a return, amazing. We had submitted a load of common teams. Once again, just going to go for the streak, see if we can get anything. I'll see how long it is before we get bored. This one, Rangers, obviously lost, so Gassama didn't get a great score. We missed out on the streak by about 26 points, 30 points. Celtic not quite performing the way they'd probably be expected to. Kasper Schmeichel obviously not keeping the clean sheet, it's cost us a bit there. Got 255 essence though, 5% for 5 from our bonus, and we were 28 points off a reward here. Billy Cometio, if that's how you pronounce it, didn't play. If he had played, maybe we would have got a reward there, maybe got some essence or some XP to level up our cards. These all-star ones, nothing really happening. We did get 102 points here, not a bad result. Once again, it's just nice to be able to throw in the old classic cards and get some rewards. That, once again, players that aren't really worth much at all. I mean, Pierre Lemonia, he's actually scores quite well, and he's worth about 50p. Yeah, I mean his scores are good enough. So to be able to throw those in and have a chance of getting some sort of essence to then craft it, I think overall I've probably put in about 160, 170 pound into the account. As I mentioned earlier, we've pulled £25 out just in streaks already, and in a video a couple of weeks ago, we obviously had that good craft which we sold for, I think it was about 30-40 quid. So overall it's 30% back, plus we've still got all the cards anyway. To terms of the money from the streak, I'm just going to save it for now. These are the overall rewards that we got. So you can see 3 hot streaks. 2 of them are the classic ones. Only one of them's the actual streak. And then the week before, once again, the international break. We had nothing going on at all, so we didn't. I don't think we won anything. Maybe some essence somewhere. No, we got nothing out of the international break. This game week is also going to be a little bit tough. We don't really have a lot going on. I've got at the moment a questionable team in Premier League. I don't really know what to do here because Everton are playing Liverpool, so the chances are the Everton boys aren't going to score well anyway. Burnley, Notts Forest. Burnley do quite well at keeping people out. Their defence is quite strong, so I'm not too upset with having Ekdal in there. Matassar might not even play, and he's only 70% at the minute. But my other options are... Well, I don't have any other options actually because these are classic and I've already got Pickford in. So this is the team I pretty much have to go with. I think the only change I could make... No, even there, see... I could bring in Brennan Johnson or Tierney Barry, but they're 40%, whereas Chuana's 70%. So I'm not expecting to get anything out of the rewards this week. I might chuck in another classic team and see if we can do anything. But in terms of challenger, Celtic aren't playing, and I might put a team in for Division 3 and just see if we can squeeze a result. Cause I think I've only got 4 cards, so even if I went Youngworth, Ankerson, these are Fs, no chance of playing, and the rest of them don't have a game. So, the team I can build is awful, quite frankly. I haven't got a classic card yet, so I don't even know who we could even put in it because none of them look like they play. So it's, I'll chuck it in. If it scores, it scores. I'm not expecting it to, but you just never know. So that's pretty much where the account is at the minute. Premier League streak's probably going to die this weekend. I don't think that I'll be hitting, 400 points I need? Hot streaks for the next one. Comment. 380. I'm not going to hit 380, so the chances are that's going to die and we're going to be back to square one. But that's the brilliant thing about streaks. Even if it does die, you just go back to the start, you play again. I'm going to need to start building out La Liga, Liga and Bundesliga teams, which is probably what I'm going to do with the money I make from any streaks or rewards. I don't think I've got any. I've not done my... No, I don't. I've got nobody playing tonight, so I can't put anything in for any of those. So that's pretty much where we're going to be at. The common. Have we got anyone in the common just to get a bit of essence? No, we don't. Yeah, so that's pretty much where the account's at the moment. We will put in a Premier League and Liga common team. I'm not going to bother showing you them because it's not really worth anything unless you can manage to get to 420 points. We need to hit this weekend, the next game week, and the one after. And that's when we start earning a bit of money. So fingers crossed we can do that. Just wanted to come on, give you guys an update. That's where we are. And I'll probably be back if maybe next week if we manage to hit anything. Unlikely, but we'll be back within a week or two. And I'll see you guys next time.